Hi, everyone. Happy Monday and happy December. It's the first week of December, and it has been an amazing year so far. And it's getting close to the end of the year, and it's time to start thinking about 2019, reflecting back on 2018, think about everything we've learned this year, everything we've done this year, all of the amazing clients that we've taken on, all of the amazing projects that we've completed, and all of the success that we've had, as well as the challenges that we've had. And we've all faced challenges, but we've faced them head on, and we tackled them, and we took care of them. And now it's time to reflect back on that, and then start to think about 2019 and what 2019 is going to bring. Many of us in 2019 we'll be thinking about hiring. We'll be thinking about hiring new teammates. We'll be thinking about hiring new business partners, new vendors, and we'll get nervous about it. It's a nerve-wracking process. It's a scary process. We get nervous about it because it's a risk. We're taking a risk. When you're bringing on someone new into your team, you're taking a risk. It's scary because we don't want to make a mistake. We don't want to do something that could put our clients in jeopardy. We don't want to do something that could put our business in jeopardy. We don't want to bring on the wrong person and then have to make the decision to have to let them go. That's probably one of the scariest things that we think about is, what if I hire the wrong person? And then I end up having to either spend a lot more time training than I expected, or they're really not the right person and I end up having to let them go. And that is very hard for a lot of us to think about. We're all very compassionate people. We don't want to have to go through that process, and we don't want to have to put someone else through it. So we get so nervous about taking those steps that we end up paralyzing our progress. And then we continue to work so hard and do so much when, if we would take the risk and take the steps and bring in someone new that could really help us do bigger, better things for our business. So I want to talk about that a little bit, and I want to talk about what are those things that are scaring you, and what are those things how you can get past that. And the best way to get past that fear is through having processes and systems in place so that you know exactly what you need to do to be able to be able to find the right person and bring in the right person so they can help you to continue to grow your business. So I have created this series of videos called Hire Your First or Next Ideal Teammate. And we're really going to talk about the 5 steps of hiring. Defining the role that you need so you can make sure you go out and find exactly the right person that you're looking for. Describing the role so that you can clearly tell others what you're looking for, and in your network, or if you're using a job board, so that the people who are out there looking for what you were looking for, you can find them. Doing the job search, taking all of the different steps to perform the job search and find the right candidates. Selecting the candidate and getting through the interview process, and making an objective decision about the candidates. And then onboarding. Once you have found the right candidate for the role, then bringing them on as an employee and doing all the steps you need to do to make them productive quickly, so you can start to they can start to help you really continue to build out your business. So I hope you join me for this series of videos over the next couple of weeks. I think you'll find it very valuable. We'll go ahead and dive into the first topic, or really it's almost kind of the pre-topic. It's making the decision. you may have already made a decision that you're going to hire, and you may know right now that that's what you're going to do. But a lot of people haven't. They're still struggling with the decision to hire someone. And in that decision, there are some other things you need to think about. Do you need a full-time employee? Do you need a part-time employee? Do you need someone who can, can the work be done virtually? So can you hire a virtual employee? Can the work be done by a vendor? Is there someone out there, for instance, if you have you need someone to manage your website. There are lots of vendors out there that can do that for you. You may not necessarily need to hire that internally. And we'll talk a little bit in the series about hiring vendors, because there are a lot of similarities between hiring a vendor and hiring an actual employee. There's a lot of the same steps that you'll want to take. So let's think about just a moment, what are some of the things that are happening right now in your business that may help you to make the decision about hiring? So think about the last few months of your business. Have you been working crazy hours? Are you working over the weekend? Are you working at night? Are you working 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week? If that's the case, it might be time for you to start thinking about bringing on some help. Even if you're not going to bring in a full-time employee, at least maybe a part-time assistant could help you with that. Another thing to think about, is there a skill out there that you don't have that someone else does that can really bring some benefit to your business? Just to give you an example, I'm not a great bookkeeper. I am decent at tracking my numbers and everything, but I'm just not the best person in the world at being able to maintain all of my expenses and everything. So back a few months ago, I hired a bookkeeper, and she now does an amazing job of tracking all of my expenses, tracking all my revenue. She sends me a report on a regular basis that shows everything. And then I can make adjustments based on the information that I see in the report. But, she manages the numbers for me. And it's just something that I took off my plate, and I don't worry about it anymore. And now I'm actually excited about tax season instead of having that knot in the pit of my stomach that I always have every year, because I know everything's going to be organized and ready when it's time to go have my taxes done. So I really took that from my plate. Another thing you might want to think about is what's happening with your customers. Are you doing an amazing job of going out and selling your customers, and then everything kind of slows down when it comes time to onboard your customers? How long does it take to get the contract signed? How long does it take to get them onboarded in your system so you can bill them or get the products out to them? If it's taking way too long to get to the actual revenue once you've made the sale, then you might need some help. Someone coming in and helping you with your operations to get your customers onboarded and working with your systems. So if those types of things are happening in your business, then it's probably time to start thinking about getting some help. So over the next couple of weeks in this video series, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about those next steps. Now that you've made your decision, we're going to talk about the next steps that you're going to take to move yourself through that process. If you're struggling with this decision and you're not sure, or you think you might be ready, but you're still a little bit nervous about it, I'd love to have a conversation with you about it and really kind of talk through what you're going through and really help you come up with a plan of action for either how to make the decision if you haven't yet, or once you do, what are the next steps you can take. So there's a link in the comments below, and you can go out to that site and sign up for a conversation with me. It is completely free. It is complimentary. We'll just kind of talk about what you're going through and what are some of the things that you can do to help you get past the fears that you're having for taking that next step. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Next time we'll talk about the defining the role. So once you've made the decision, how do we define the role so you can make sure that you're getting exactly what you need? Have a great Monday. Have a great week. And I will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.